whether it was the Nation, Ansars, Darwin Islam, whatever it was, black folks counted.
No, my mom said, right, this before she accepted Islam, she said that it was a time, she said, I remember a time when the Muslims came around, right, black, that if a situation was going on in the community and the black Muslims came around, the police would leave and let the black people handle, like the black Muslims handle, because they had that much
That's
respect.
what I'm saying. We counted. I think we just reached a point where we've gave authority to everyone besides ourselves, and we just go sit back and say, "Mashallah." But then, when our condition is the way it is, we don't take no responsibility.
You know, I don't like though. I don't like how when we talk like this, right, and then it'll be another group of Muslims that'll come and they say, "Oh, but we all one people, right? Ain't no separatism, you know." And sure, the Prophet ﷺ said, "Don't divide," right? But the thing is, and I think what Imam is trying to say to your point, which I do agree with, is we can't wait for people like that's that trickle down economic stuff. You know what I mean? From the 80s, like, all right, we just gonna be believers and be good and all that, and we're gonna wait for these other communities to give us something. But what they do, they give us crumbs. So it's like it ain't supposed to be no separatism or nothing. But ultimately, if we don't do stuff for ourselves, you know, like I give you an example. I was talking to a friend of mine I used to work with. He owned a barbershop on South Main Street, right? And me and him, we was in the gym one day talking. He said to me, he said, me and you, it's only me and you that still got barbershops as black in Pleasantville.
This real?
Right? It's me, him, Mike Applewhite, and the brother Chris Blue. All the barbershops around here, other than
the one there on the funeral home too, that's black too.
yeah, that's Mike Applewhite. But so you got Classics down the street. The Classics, they're black, but there's mostly Asians and Africans in there, right? But black Americans, there's only 4 of us in Pleasantville. All the barbershops here is all Spanish.
Spanish people, yeah.
And the same in Atlantic City. It's only a few black barbershops.
It's way more Spanish.
Yeah, but if you think about it, so it's the same thing. Like if we don't
None of our black barbershops in Atlantic City are like Sundays no more, are they?
not that I only Doonies.
You
You got O&A's and you got Doonies, you know. But that it's the same thing with it's to me it's not separatism. It's just you gotta have.
wrong with taking pride, having pride in who.
But I think when we say the ummah of Muslims, we are ummah, but every part of the ummah got to do its part.
Yeah.
Like you can't say we are ummah and you don't do nothing, but you don't be a ummah.
Yeah.
What's your role in all
Yo,
this?
I got it's a sister I'm friends with, right? This she's in North Carolina, you know what I'm talking about, right? And I asked her, I said, how's the community where you at? She said it's mostly, Pakistani and Arabs, and they don't cater to none of the stuff that we don't get none of the food that we want, and you're not supposed to. You're not gonna get it.
Muslims down there?
Yeah. Or even I give you one better. The sister that works in here, Damisha, right? Her son goes to the school out there, and out at Itaqua School, right? Her son goes there. It's only a handful of black kids there, and she asked me. She said, "Hey, CJ, can you help me find somebody to sponsor my son? Because most of the kids there don't pay no tuition because the doctors and the lawyers and the Desi and Pakistani community." They paying for the kids to go there. She's probably one of the only people that's actually paying there. And so I had called Khalil, and Khalil was trying to find a sponsor, but nobody wants to sponsor no black kids. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I never knew that. I just thought people was there and they was paying. She's paying out her pocket.
Black people want to build a black school.
Mm-hmm.
So Umar Johnson.
He's announced his
I'm
list.
serious.
Dr. Umar.
Like, listen, all these, because they got us divided, we didn't really, we're divided on religious, theological lines, and ain't none of us into theology.
You're right. You're right.
So,
You're
that ain't even that deep to me,
You're right.
right? But so our thing is, this is what I say. Somebody asked me this. A Pakistani, no, he was Arab. He said, what we gotta do to change this? I said, you gotta be good and I gotta be good. And good people gotta cooperate with one another.
Yeah.
You gotta be good and I gotta be good. And good people gotta cooperate with one another. That's how we gotta do it. So you can't listen to me complain about the situation and you're in a position to help change it and you don't do it.
Yeah.
You can't just say, oh, Imam Amin is right, but I ain't gonna help. No. If you know I'm right in that issue, then you gotta help. And likewise, when it's the issue for you, I gotta help.
But that's what.
And there gotta be a commitment for that. Right?
That's how.
I'll give an example. The biggest donors from Ashe Muhammad are not black. We got that kind of relationship. The biggest donors, the one who actually keep the masjid going with their support, are not black. But they understand exactly what I'm talking about because we had those kind of conversations. So for them, they're looking at helping the black Muslims rise is helping the ummah. That's how they see it. So for me, this is just a segment of the ummah that if I help them get where they get, the whole ummah's going to be better. But most people don't think like that. They like keep them down and I'm better. Right? That's a mindset.
Or even if they don't think keep them down, they just feel like everybody gotta get their own.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But that's keeping them down.
You know it is because they don't realize
everybody
black people or the black community, we don't have the infrastructure yet. Like that's
what I was gonna say.
And that's by design.
They don't understand the history of black people in America. That's why. They just see the now. And they like, nah.
I'm saying it's just extremely important.
Yeah. And then the media
don't help people.
Because it portrays black people as, you know, these savagery, thug type of people that's
well, you know, it's a lot of white folks. Well, not just white folks. It's a lot of communities that don't. They look at it and they just think that slavery is just like, oh, it's over. Everybody got a clean slate.
They don't know that
they don't know the effects of it. You know what I mean? And they ain't racist or nothing. They just be like, yo, nigga, I'm poor too.
It's not even just slavery. It's years and years of that group keeping another group down.
That's what I'm talking about this P. Diddy thing. Even though all the stuff you're doing, the bigger picture to that is another black person.
That's how I look at it.
I don't excuse all his bad behavior, but at the end of the day, they do the same thing. But they ain't gonna get what he gonna get. Because it's a bigger picture. Right?
Or they gonna get that much attention.
But Marlon Wayne said something. Did you watch that when Marlon Wayne said something about that? What you were saying was that he said how Hollywood works, right? Is when the white guy can't get a role, another one pick him up. But when I can't get a role, none of the other black people pick you up because we don't stick together like white Hollywood does. And that's that's our problem. What you say, bro, is that we just do not stick together. Even if we were to fix certain things, right? Would that actually solve the problem, or would it create another line of division with us?
Let's say right here. Say we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, wait. Let me say this, you know what I mean? Say everybody got on the same akida. Us, by how culture we are into how we are now, would we actually still come together, or would it cause enough? It would be something else to cause it to division.
I agree with you there. No, we got
because that's culture into us now.
We gotta get to community building aspect. And community building is actually really the root of it. Is we gotta love each other.
Yeah, that's it.
Right? We gotta become a family.
Yeah.
And like we gotta feel like, nah, I really love you. And you gotta feel that from me, and I gotta feel that from you.
Yeah. I guess part of too, what I was saying in my time framing is that it's the energy I believe that take place, you know, and I'm thinking that some of that I've seen changes over time and people have come and gone, you know, but by Allah, He put the energy, He raised it up. Like your brother was saying, He can take us out and put somebody here, but Allah to keep putting energy in place to keep the structure from going on and churning. It's been a long churn to get to where we were. It wasn't an easy road, and it's still gonna be probably a forthcoming churn to keep going. But you know, somehow, even as I see y'all, man, to me, I'm saying, I mean, I'm so elated, really. I might say, but it's a joy to see that Allah put this kind of energy from way back in those days. Now, boom, we doing what we saying. We got a lot of chatter, even a lot of, in some movement, but where did this come from? Probably, I mean, Allah knows best, for sure it was in places we don't know, that we grew to have these opportunities that we have now, and I have faith that that's going to me, when I say things, not that we don't do nothing.
Right.
That's not it all, because all these change from people came from work, and they was in place doing what, but still, it's a continuation that goes on what we do. But I have the faith is that I see that it has happened, and I believe it was going to happen.
That faith is always there from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. My said, right, she accepted Islam like 2 years ago. She said that, isn't it amazing, you know what I mean, that our ancestors, they came in, that when they was enslaved, 30% of the people that was enslaved in the Hispaniolas was Muslim. She said, isn't it amazing that Allah allowed them to come over here Muslim, right? They got lost, and now we're back to having Islam again. She said, so you should say Alhamdulillah. This is my mom. She said you should say Alhamdulillah because maybe you were in those lineage of those Africans that were Muslim, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is reconnecting you back.
And I see us, honestly, like we have in this Islamic Unity Conference, right? The first day is all elders, right?
When is it?
July 11th to the 14th.
Where?
Yeah.
In Stockton?
Harris, Waterfront Convention Center. Harris.
How much that gonna cost? Y'all niggas balling.
Now we gotta do it. If you keep doing Soldiers Home,
No, I feel you.
you gotta.
I feel you.
It hurt, but
It's a sacrifice.
yeah, So you gonna spend, it's there. Everything is double, triple. You can't have no food. You gotta pay for that. And here's with us. I don't even know, please, but
You said the first day is going to be.
Yeah, all elders, let's not get distracted. Right? Start getting depressing. Right? The first is going to be the elders, right? Why? All of them,
They go to sleep early.
late 60s and above 70s. Some of them going towards the 80s.
They can't stay awake.
All of them are leaders. They've been leaders for decades. They've seen the transitions, right? We need their experience and their advice. And we need to listen to them. And then the next generation who's actually in it, they still in it, unfortunately. But they they hanging on it. It's just they're older. Can't do it no more. But the next generation gotta see the challenges different, like the different challenge, and explain to them, now with your experience, with all your lessons, here's what we looking at. Come on, let's try to, because we actually collectively don't know what to do. That's the real challenge. I ain't talking about individually. Collectively, we don't know what to do. So that gotta be right? We don't even know how to stop fighting each other.
Yeah.
Collectively.
Right.
Well, that's a good observation because I think sometimes as leaders we expect people to already know what they do, but really they don't.
They don't.
Yeah.
It's a lot of times you got to be challenged and want you.
Like, I can give you from my personal experience, me and Moez, right? That's not something that we wanted to do. We was forced to do the imam, be the imams of the masjid.
Nah, y'all.
And we didn't know what we were
Y'all
doing.
wanted to be on
No,
top.
we didn't.
Y'all
That's
wanted-
Nah, but that's you said it's true. Like, no guidance, no what, it's just us. You like, bro, what are we supposed to do with this?
No, it's hard. And be honest. Like, we don't have to do. We want to do the right stuff. We don't know what to do. Collectively. And you may have a bright idea yourself, but can you get somebody to rally around your idea? That's the hard part. That's because of the collective lack of ability to see vision. Right?
I be getting it done. I don't, niggas don't give me props, man. But,
And guess what? Every leader feel that way.
no, you gotta admit I be getting it done sometimes.
No.
How we get it done, man?
I mean, it's hard.
You can make me like the director of community events at the Magistrate. I'll get it popping.
Like for outreach and all that.
Yeah,
But see,
I
you
get
know
it
what?
popping.
We gotta accept you.
Yeah.
We gotta accept you as who you are, and we
Yeah.
don't do that.
Why you don't accept me then?
No, I said not accept me. I said we, right?
Yeah.
See, all right, listen.
People accept me. They love me.
No, they don't.
They do.
Not in the Magistrate.
Yes,
No.
they do. I don't
You
care.
mad.
You
No,
trying
see,
to?
that's personal.
What?
You
No,
gotta
I'm
care.
not. I don't.
Yeah, he Magistrate.
Why?
They don't
Because
accept
That's
I'm
not-
coming there with the throw and the
He's him. And
yeah.
that's cool. We gotta learn to accept each other where we at with our skill sets. We don't do that. If you don't come in this box, you're not accepted.
That's how I agree.
You can have the brightest idea in the world, but man, he don't fit in the box.
It don't
Yeah,
matter
you don't have that.
to me. You know why it don't matter
Whatever
to
that
me?
box may be,
Because they don't
it
tell me
have
to my
to-
face.
That boxer keeps struggling.
Yeah, I don't care. I'll be getting it done.
Right, that gotta be. Here's the only thing what we gotta do. We gotta collectively see our needs and then collectively allocate to each need the resources that's proper for it. So he may be terrible at giving Jumu'ah.
I'm not though.
I know. But
I
he
can
may be
do
the best one at organizing people. But you got the guy who's good at giving Juma trying to organize people, and the one who's horrible at giving Juma. Mistake. But that's the challenge we gotta get over. But that takes a collective, so we gotta actually sit at the table and be able to disagree and still keep moving.
Yeah, that's
And allow people to have a voice.
Right.
Yeah.
Then it sounds like you need someone to convene in a manner that draws that out.
Now, if you do that, that'll connect a lot of people. You have that mindset.
Right, no, that's what I'm saying.
Draws
That mindset.
all
And that might be
energy.
somebody, that's all they good at, just doing that, nothing else.
Yeah.
That's CJ. CJ's the media.
I'm
He's
just
good at
saying
that.
that, you know, because
But like I'm saying, so this was a big step.
Yeah.
It's a talk. But here's the other thing. You gotta follow through. You gotta keep going. Cause we good at one and done, right?
that's
No, we
not-
good at that.
That Stockton event, that was one and
One
done.
and, well, I hope not.
Well, not on your behalf, but you
I
know.
don't think so.
Nah, if the community don't do nothing, it's one and done.
Yeah.
The community if the community let the leaders off the hook, it's one and done.
Mm-hmm.
But the community sometimes in the daily struggle, they forget all about it. Like, it ain't that deep, man. I'm trying to pay my bills.
Give up yourself and your wealth.
I mean, so, but it takes these conversations just to get the stuff on the table. Then it takes somebody to be committed to
I
carry
like
it
the
on.
idea what you said about that 100 thing.
Yeah.
But you know, I think how long I've been talking about that? For a
We
year.
got the
They ain't
space,
done nothing.
bro. We got the space.
Cause
I know, but they don't
you
do
ain't
it.
organizing.
And we
All
got
right, I
I'll
give you
listen.
the organization.
I do
Go
it.
ahead,
I'll
do it.
do it. Yeah, we can do that.
You can't put it
It gotta
around.
be after Ramadan, I think, though.
Okay.
No, you gotta, whatever it is, do it.
What you say?
You can't organize something like that around talking. You know
We
what I'm
gotta
saying?
have a focal point, though.
Yeah, it gotta be a focal point.
Like what?
Like you said earlier, making money. And it can't making money can't be we all gonna put $10 in a pot. It can't be that way because
Well, you gotta figure it out.
I've been told you what to do.
But how has it worked?
I told you start an investment club.
How's it work for
Well,
you? I hear you always complain about brothers not getting involved.
So what
No,
brothers are we talking? Muslim brothers or just regular black
No,
brothers?
the thing is, here's
Who
the
we
thing.
bringing to the 100 people?
The thing is, that's the first problem for me. It don't gotta be 100 people.
Okay.
To me, personally, if you get 10 people that's strong, that's enough.
They gonna bring their 10 people.
Yeah,
I mean, we got 10 people in the Masjid. You can do that right in the Masjid, Rob.
I'm trying to tell you.
Go do it.
Who's the 10 people that you got already?
What you mean?
Like all right, I'm gonna show
I can
you.
put you with
We'll
10.
roll it out with
Now,
you.
here's the challenge. And that's what I tell you. The challenge is we got 10 people. We got more than 10 people. We got 5 right here.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
So, and we got 5 more and 5 more and 5 more. Now, the question is, are you going to get 10 people to listen to you?
They listened to me already.
All right, well, then when you ask me what 10 is, they listen to you, let's roll.
No, but see what my point is, I try to get the people that I got, I'm trying to get them to come fall in there. They don't want to be under you because they heard all these boogeyman stories.
So we got all
But
these
that
excuses.
no, it's not an excuse. My point is that's why I do stuff like this. And this ain't the first time I did this. We ain't the one and done. I do this all the time. Like so. No, I have invited you. Right, hey, what? It's not just eating together. This is different forms. Whether it's us doing the barbershop videos. Yeah, I did the investment club thing. I had mad times I did it.
Man, I believe we can do it. I'm 100% down.
Yeah,
But I just know what it takes. It takes a lot of work.
it does.
Right?
But my thing is this: that how it looks, it don't look like, it don't gotta look like FOI. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna look different. Like if it's just the same group of people regularly just eating together, then what develops from that comes, yo, you know what? We're gonna go make sure we're gonna get this roof fixed at the masjid. And if it's 5 people, 10 people, and they put their heads together, we figure out how we gonna get this. And if that consists of, I'll give you an example, because it's not like we didn't do it before. We did it when Katrina happened, right? So after Katrina, and we all got together. Even if the getting together was enough to just free you up to go get the money you had to get,
Right.
that's us doing it.
Right.
It just don't look the way
So
we be
what
thinking
you
it
need
look.
to do, I'm telling you what you need to do. And then we be talking about it all the time. But you should be the organizer of that. You should start regularly, even if it's preferably monthly, but at minimum bi-monthly, you should have a brothers gathering with the food in the masjid. That's what you should start.
All right, I'm gonna do it.
But
I'm gonna do it here though.
Me to do that.
I'm gonna do it here.
No, you can do it right in the masjid because we get those 10 people. Then
Do
you
it
can-
here.
That don't mean to stop. Everybody gonna come here though.
They will come here. They ain't gonna come to the
No, but
masjid.
I'm talking about the ones we got. Those people right in the masjid.
Oh, you talking about the ones?
Brothers,
Okay.
you got dudes right there. You got especially the elders like Barry and others like Sadiq, like you got elders. You know what I mean? Clean. You got brothers who want to do good stuff. Oh, it don't got to be complicated, right? Just make the brotherhood. It's easy. It's doable.
All right.
But somebody got to lead that. And got to be consistent.
You got
You
it.
got Muiz, you got him. That's 10 people easy. And once you get a love and a constant, brothers will give up what little bit of money they got. It wouldn't be a big deal. And it don't even got to be about money because once you establish brotherhood, people see people come together, they're going to come. But you just got to be consistent.
But look, I'm gonna show you something, right? Even this thing today, right? It was my idea, but it was Keith and Ice's idea first, and I didn't know. So when I said, "Yo, man, I'm thinking about doing an iftar," they said, "Oh, we was gonna have one at my house." And I said, "Oh, why don't y'all just have it over here? Let's have it here." But all them brothers, what you see, it was here, they're all in the
They're all
back.
homies.
They all homies. They all do stuff together. Their kids play together. They do. Yeah.
what, flag football?
Yeah, they do flag football. The kids they all at the basketball games together. And so when I said, all right, cool, let's come to the barbershop and have an iftar. They was even the brother that called the event, he was excited to call the event. He didn't even hesitate. He said, "We're gonna pray." I said, "As soon as you call the event," I didn't think he was gonna do it. He said, "I got you." And he gave a beautiful event.
Yeah, he did.
Like beautiful. And that, like they looking to do stuff. It's just you gotta engage them. And so when he was sitting over there and when we was talking about
Oh, that was the young brother.
yeah, and then Bird. So when you see he's like, I don't got no problem coming to Manchester
Yeah,
100.
he was all in.
The thing is nobody I'm telling you, they all people they just familiar with what they familiar with. So they just go where they go because that's where everybody go. But if you engage them and be like, yo, I really need your help over here. Yo, the one brother that was here